Hey everyone, what are you doing? We're here with Gabrielle and Phil from Scare out of
Yeah.
Quebec. If you don't know them, you should check them out. They're pretty fucking rad. Uh, they have a new album coming out February 21st on black and random colored vinyl, which
Yeah.
I'm a fucking nerd about vinyl, so that's good shit. Uh, the name of the album is Never Mind If It All Explodes, I'll Die Anyway.
No, that's the name of a single. The
Oh,
album is the album is named In the End. Was
it
it worth
wasn't
it?
worth it. Yep. Sorry. I was just listening to the fucking album and I
It's
clicked
okay.
over real quick. Thank you for correcting my dumb ass. So I want to start by saying the album is fucking solid.
Thanks.
Like it starts off really freaking strong and um I really like Doomy Nation and how it ends with Doomy Nation too.
Yeah.
Because they're both completely different feelings from the rest of the album. You know, the
And
rest of the album's pretty like faster and more powerful, and
mhm,
then Doomy Nation like slows it down and
yeah.
kind of makes you deal with what you're fucking going through.
This take way more sense with the vinyl itself because this and part A and this also and part B.
Yeah.
And we wanted to feel like since the first song start with the album start with Nevermind, if it all explode, I'll die anyway, which is a song about like living in a loop. So having the end of part A finishing on the domination and part B, you f we feel like it's a never-ending loop all over again. We're stuck in that.
We are every
Yeah,
fucking day.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Like get up, go to work, come home. If it
Yeah.
wa- I just fucking
And
was like cleaning my room, like, yay, what fun is that?
yeah, exactly. And if everything you do, even if it's get fun at some point, if you do it too much, it became a routine, which became a loop, it's just it's a
It's
mess.
Now it is. And that's why it is important for us to break that routine by
Yeah.
finding bands and going to live shows and doing crazy shit that normal people wouldn't necessarily like want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what was the writing process like behind the album? Like how long did it take you to write and how long did it take you to record?
We start writing that record as soon as the last EP went out. Like, congratulations on your death went out at the beginning of the pandemic, I think. Yeah, just before the pandemic. We were supposed to tour that
2021. It was in
2021.
2021,
Okay.
February, I think.
Yeah, we were supposed to tour that year, but everything was closed down. But as soon as that record was out, we wanted because we changed member at that time in
We
the band.
changed
So
half
we
of the band,
yeah,
actually. Yeah, that was a
so
hard thing.
that was a hard part. But we wanted to like put out an EP for the transitioning or of the new sound of Foursquare, and we start working on that right away. So there's song that stayed from 2021. There's some that were done 2 years ago, but the album has been recorded in has been ready since last year, but the vinyl takes so long
Pressing and
to,
all that.
yeah, vinyl takes so long to fucking be made and stuff like that. So I didn't want to do a release show without the vinyl. I see
Yeah.
so many bands doing some release show and I don't have the album. I did it with my other band this summer. Like I also play bass in the Apes and we were doing like a release tour, but we didn't have the vinyl with us, which was a little bit dumb. We need to have the object itself, like we're promoting that. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm torn, right? Like I understand wanting to get the album out,
yeah,
especially like the vinyl. Because anytime I go to a show and the band doesn't have vinyl, I'm like, ah, fuck, I gotta buy another shirt. Like Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, I've got 4 million of those, you
Yeah.
know?
How many
Uh,
black shirt do we all have? I mean, like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. My wife's like I came home. Well, I was at a show the other night, and I didn't come home with a shirt. I came home with a poster. She goes, "Thank God." I go, "What?" She goes, "Don't you have enough fucking shirts?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well, yeah, I do, but
Nowadays, I'm happy when the band has something else in the shirt, like shorts
oh
or
yeah,
Yeah.
bandana or stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna buy some short
yeah,
since I've got
Yeah.
too many shirts.
yeah, yeah." It's fucking funny, and it's cool because you can see the shirts that other people are wearing, and like, oh, dude, I really like that band, and they're like, you know them, like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, dude, like, so it opens that conversation, but man, like my drawers can only hold so much. So
Oh
I've
yeah,
got
absolutely. Oh yeah.
stacks of totes in my garage that are that are all shirts. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
My
gotta do.
boyfriend came from Mexico, to live here last year, and he didn't bring any clothes because he was bringing his band merch. Yeah. So like within like a few weeks, everybody gave him like band shirts, and now he's got
Yeah.
plenty of Montreal and Quebec City band shirts.
It's
Hell
That's
free
yeah.
promotion.
weird.
Hell yeah, it is. That's good shit. That's what I like about the community too, right? Like if someone's in a bad spot, they community comes together and is like, hold on, let's fucking do something and help,
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
absolutely.
So how long ago did Scare start?
We started in 2015, around 2015. It's been 10 years. This year's is going to be our 10 years anniversary. So yeah, started with a different lineup at the beginning. We were two guitar, and along the way, people moved back to their hometown and stuff like that. We never had any conflict or anything inside the bands. We're just like,
Life.
yeah, I need to go
Go
back to
live.
my hometown. Yeah, just life and like kids and stuff. So we just changed member along the way. Me and Gab are like original member
Oh,
since the beginning. But
Oh,
yeah,
oh shit. So like 6 more years, the relationship you two have with the band could be driving.
yeah. We
Yes.
go and drive everything. But now we got like old, younger guys in the band, which give us
more
like
energy.
more
Energy,
energy,
yeah.
more drive.
Yeah, it does.
Like, and yeah, absolutely. So he's along. We're gonna continue
For
at
several
least five
years, I
years.
hope
Yeah.
so.
Oh
Yeah,
After
no
yeah.
all, I
shit.
mean, we didn't get through that for
We did.
nothing. Like we
No,
got
no,
through
no.
the worst, I think. I
Yeah,
think that
absolutely.
everything is gonna go smoothly from now. I hope. I hope.
You
Still
made
got
it through the
shit to
fucking
scream.
pandemic,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's the
Yeah,
that's
thing.
that was the worst. That year we had like every festival in Quebec at book us, so we were supposed to play everywhere. And yeah, I guess that's a shitty time
Everyone
for
it's like
everyone. Yeah, so I don't
yeah,
know.
it was tough, I think, on a lot of bands, and
I don't
it's
know.
it's really cool to see to like look back on and see how bands that are still together,
Hmm.
and still playing like reacted with being locked away and all that. Like so much new music came out of it because it's like, well, we can't do fucking anything else.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Let's write and
Yeah,
record, and they did, which is really cool. But we have such
and
an abundant amount of music now.
that was weird in Quebec because like the rules were pretty strict, and we weren't able to jam or anything at that point. We were only like we couldn't meet inside a small room and play music. It was like forbidden and stuff like that. But at some point we had like a virtual show happening for us,
Mhm.
like live streaming stuff like that. So we had like paper that we could show to the police to say we have the authority to jam and to practice our song. So yeah, that was weird. Not screaming, not playing music with any of my bands was like a weird part. We try like composing from computer and stuff, but
Yeah, we learned
it's
how to use that actually for some of us. Yeah.
yeah, that was okay-ish, but I think like Scare is really like a live experience. Like we need to be together to compose to create stuff. Like we're not the kind of band that one person's gonna write all of the music
Right.
and that's it. We're really like Gab's gonna bring some riff. We're gonna like tweak the riff together. We're gonna add some layer above it. We're gonna change it with the drums and bass and stuff like that. So it's always layering. It's not just one person that
Sure.
do everything.
That's I think that's what I like about a band setting,
Yeah.
right? Like a true band setting because it's the sum of the
Mhm.
parts. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's putting in their little mix and it goes from being like one person's vision to a collective like this is where we're going.
Yeah. In
It's
our
the
case, it's
saying,
more
you
like a
listen.
collective vision. It's always been like collective vision. I I bring the lyrics and like the atmosphere, like the theme of those songs and stuff like that. But every all of the music is it's a collab. We work together on that
Yeah.
all the time.
So I I like listening to the album, right? I completely get that it's a live experience.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, in the studio as well. We recorded live.
yeah,
yeah, yeah. All of our recording are live also. I love how it sound in the album and everything, but I really think that Scare is the kind of band that you should see live to understand the meaning of everything because
yeah.
there's some rawness or some like greediness in all of this that cannot transpire to the sound of
Translate through recording.
translate, yeah, exactly to the sound of Spotify or Bandcamp or
Yeah.
whatever. And that you really need to experience this live. There's some band that sound exactly the same live and in the album, and that's great. Like I'm happy for them and stuff like that. But there's some that you need to see live to understand
Oh,
the meaning behind everything.
yeah. That's there's a lot of bands like that you try to listen to, and sometimes I try to listen to them, listen to a recording, and it's like it's okay,
Mhm.
right? But it doesn't really click, and then you see them live, and it clicks, and you're
Yeah,
like, holy fuck.
yeah. And now you understand, and now you go back to listening to the album. Is now I fucking get it.
Yeah,
Now I
and
get
it
it.
makes that album experience so
Oh yeah,
much better. So,
absolutely.
so do you guys have plans to go out and like come to the States and do some shows?
It would be
I'm
great.
pl we would love to play some shows and say as of right now, it's super hard for Canadian band to go into the States for like it's super expensive because we need to have a visa and stuff like that. We cannot just like go undercover and stuff.
Totally go undercover.
Okay.
I'd like
Well,
listen, you're coming
It's
as visitors.
yeah,
We
it's doable. I really I would love to do that. I did that last year. We went with my
oh,
other
thank you
band H.
much.
We went to play in Boston for with Honored for their Incoming the Storm release. Was great. Like American are great in metal shows.
we're
So
fucking nuts, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. That was great. I would love to go um play in the state. That was bring us in the
Yeah.
state.
Come on, let's fucking do it. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
got you. You can stay at my house. I don't give a fuck.
as of right now, we're mostly have the date in Quebec, Montreal, Sherbrooke, like all around Quebec, and we're looking at going to the Maritime this summer also. So you
Okay. Well, like I want to experience the show, and
yeah,
I'm not opposed to going to Canada for a show. I've done it before. I'm sure I'll do it again. Uh,
Just
but
know.
I mean, I'll do it in the snow. I don't give a fuck.
yeah,
I'll do it whenever.
yeah.
I grew up in Detroit, like, and it's, very different where I'm at now versus there. Like
Hmm.
we just got over the course of a week, we got about a foot of snow.
Yeah,
It shut the city down for a fucking week. And
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, all right, whatever. So I'm like, out ripping and running and doing my thing, and no one's on the roads. Like, yeah, this is
Yeah.
great.
When you're used to snow, it's like, yeah. I work with people from Frisco, and like last week or the week before, they were showing me like video of their snowstorm. It was like it looked like our first snow here. It was like 1 centimeter at least, like just that. It was like, oh, that's your snowstorm. Like everything's closed because of that. We
Yep.
got that like every day. But
Yeah.
like we got if you we take that versus like flooding here with water, we suck.
Oh
Like
yeah.
if there's a flood there, we cannot do nothing about that, but we're
But
just
let
good
it
with
snow.
snow.
You got that shit
Yeah,
covered. Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
we're not laughing at people that can handle snow because it's just not their
Oh no, I'm
area in the
laughing.
world.
I'm totally laughing. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
We can't handle the heat. We like in the crazy heats of
Oh yeah.
the summer sometimes like like straight up like old people die because they don't
Yeah.
have like AC or
oh
like
yeah.
they're not
In
used
the
to it.
States, yeah. Shoes
Yeah,
are melting
it's
in Texas.
it's a really it's a very different world,
Hmm.
like the most snow, I think they said it had been 30 years since like the last real bad snowstorm. And this year was the most snow in one day that they had got since then, and that was we got like 9 inches in one day.
Okay, sure.
So they
So
were like, "Holy shit, what's
yeah,
going on?"
because
And
there's
I'm
no snow plow, there's no winter tire, there's
yeah,
no stuff like that. So it's kind of an hassle.
yeah, I thought I still think it's fucking great. I'm like, yeah. I was like, more snow, please. And someone asked
Yeah.
me, they actually asked me today, like, are you fucking crazy? Like, the
This is
snow
gonna
is,
happen more and more.
yeah, well, and the snow is
Yeah.
not so fucking bad if you're like not out there being an asshole in it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, um, what colored vinyl do you all have or are
Oh,
gonna have?
that's
I
the
mean, yeah.
the funny thing about that is that my friend, which is also my bandmate from Apes, did the vinyl, and it's 150 random color. So it's all different. It's
Oh
one in
shit.
1 in 50 different vinyl. Um, and they look every one of them look fucking amazing. It's I can like bring some.
Yes,
I have
yes,
some here.
please.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to
It's like,
see.
I want to see that shit too.
They're like
I mean, I
they're
saw pictures and stuff, but
they're all super different. Like that's the cover art.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, all of the color. Like yeah, he asked me which color I want. I said, man, have some fun. So he did a shitload of different version. So this
yeah,
one's
it's
like,
fun to have someone that works in at a vinyl press,
yeah.
someone we know.
So this one is like smoky blue,
Well, we
uh,
see my face, we don't see the vinyl.
like
Oh
smoky
yeah.
blue-ish. We got some pink one. We got some
Hey,
like
I didn't even
super
know.
She's
bright.
like, shit, you got to leave me the pink one.
I don't know. I'll have a hard time choosing, like for real.
Oh, oh yeah. It's gonna be hard just to find our favorite color. Like this one, like
Oh,
it's
Mm,
different.
fuck.
Yeah, all of them are like pretty amazing, pretty different. So it's really random color, but all of them are gorgeous. It's just a work of art.
It's so
wow.
different, the vinyl now versus what it was back in the,
Oh
like
yeah,
70s and 80s and seeing what they do. Like,
Even
I,
10 years ago, was it
yeah,
like that?
no, you're right. You're absolutely right. It was just like solid colors, and now
yeah,
they're mixing them. So I picked up one from a local band here, and it's a fucking galaxy, dude, and it looks
yeah.
so freaking sweet.
That's
Like,
awesome.
holy
That's
shit.
that's what I wanted to do with this one. I wanted like my friend who work at the vinyl press to like create some heart with it. Like just do everything, anything you want with it, but as long as you're having fun, just like we had fun recording it, playing those songs and stuff like that. So create some heart, and that's what he did, and it's just fucking amazing.
Hell yeah.
Fuck picture disc when you can do this.
There's
Like,
some
seriously,
that are cool. I got some cool picture disc ups there.
how many? I don't understand that. That's a whole
No,
other debate, but
yeah.
Well, you
I
know,
don't listen to them though.
right.
It's just
They're just
beautiful.
to collect.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So
just beautiful.
what do you think about the liquid filled ones?
I don't
ooh,
think they sound great though. But I wish I had the Friday the 13th one with like the fake
The
blood in it.
blood, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had this one, but no.
I forgot that was a thing. I
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you ask now they had the Alice in Chains one. They only did I don't know, 100 of them or maybe 1,000, but it was a jar of flies, so it was white
Oh.
vinyl with flies in it.
Ah,
Oh.
I was like, fuck, dude, I want one of those.
like actual real flies? Or-
I I don't know. I assume so. Like it looks like it, but
That's
it's
cool.
I don't know.
Not
Yeah,
vegan.
you can do everything you
You
want.
wouldn't buy it, Phil, because I mean it's not a vegan product.
No, it's not vegan.
Fuck. I mean, I eat cow. Cows are vegan, right? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Ah, that's exactly what my dad says, but you're a
Yeah.
dad, so it counts.
I'm a dad. Yeah, that's fucking it. I said, I saw a video the other day. This guy was like, "Oh yeah, dude, it's vegan beef," and the guy started eating. He's like, "Man, this is really good. Like it's vegan beef." And the guy goes, "Yeah, the cow just ate grass and hay." Like he's like, "Oh, it's not vegan beef, you motherfucker."
Oh yeah.
Like, oh shit. So is there a song on there on the album that each of you like more than something else, or that maybe holds the most meaning to you?
Um, all I know it's gonna sound typical, but I would say like all of the songs are pretty personal to me because I'm the only one who write lyrics, and I'm not able to write stuff about like things that doesn't
Don't mean
touch
something.
yeah don't mean something to me or don't touch me. So I need to find something close to me or like emotion that I had inside of me to create. So yeah, every single song means something like depending on how I felt at that moment and stuff like that. But I will say like the strong song on that album would be like Drift Away, which is
Ah,
yeah, I really
okay.
love that song, which is like, and it's funny because it's like it's a love song, but it's not really a love song. It's a song about a love that never meant, and like when you really love someone, but at some point it become a stranger to you. So yeah, it became like it began as a flame, but now it's not even a spark anymore. So like that kind of process, like through time. And Trash Melrose is also a song that touched me the most because during the pandemic, I like mental issue with like living in a city. I really like being surrounded by concrete and stuff like that, and just working in my basement all the time. So I needed to go in the wood. I needed to like go back to uh, the nature, the roots. So that's when I started to read about green anarchism, and that's when I like I said to myself, okay, we're we're too far away now in this thing we call capitalism and stuff like that. We need to go back to something more
Primal.
Connect.
primal, more nature. So yeah, on those two songs, I think, or it close to me because I need to go back to some simpler life. I think.
That's crazy, Phil, because now that you're saying it, and like I just learned like a few weeks ago that this song was about this, and
Yeah.
we had some like superficial talk about like I don't know how to pronounce his name, Arne Nice,
Hmm.
and that's exactly what I was reading during the pandemic. And like a few of the Margaret Tractor song, my other project, my folk project, are about what I read about that during the
Yeah.
pandemic. That's crazy. We didn't even talk about it, but like we
Yeah,
were
but
having
I,
the
that's
same
that.
thoughts.
Yeah, yeah. That's what happened when you play music with someone
Who shares
from,
your values,
yeah,
right?
from so long that you became the same person.
Similar paths. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's really funny that you're like, I wrote a song about this, and she's like, oh shit, I just found out about, like
Yeah,
I
because
Yeah.
that's my fault because I'm pretty shy about what I scream about because at the beginning of Scare I didn't want to share the lyrics with people online or stuff like that because in my mind it was like either way we don't understand what I'm screaming about, and if in your head you have a better lyrics, then your version is better than mine, so you should think like you should scream whatever you want in your head and it's gonna be better than mine. But now I think that I have something to say, and now I'm spreading it.
You always
But
did. You always did.
I'm still super fucking shy. It's stupid, but
listen, the best way to get over being shy, just step out on stage, butt ass fucking naked.
oh
Like
yeah, I,
it's all
I'm
over.
I'm almost naked. I'm in overall all the time, so it's almost naked. I don't
Overall is
wear.
not almost naked. That's like 70% of your body covered.
Yeah,
Like
but I
what
got
the
nothing
your
under
version
it,
of
Good
so
your
you know.
choice.
version of almost naked and mine is completely fucking different. Like
Yeah,
I'm thinking like I go out there naked. I think Gigi Allen going out
yeah.
fighting people naked, taking
Well,
a shit on stage, like he doesn't care. He's like, fuck it,
Yeah.
let's
well,
do
we're
this, throwing
waiting to
shit
see
at
the bet.
people.
Yeah,
Like,
I won't take a shit of people.
yeah.
And I'm not sure it's even like shyness. I think at this point it's just social anxiety, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm trying to get better.
We work
Yeah,
on it. We work
yeah,
on
I'll
it.
work on that. Yeah,
I think from the second release on,
yeah.
you put your lyrics on Bandcamp, and I was like,
No, they weren't on Bandcamp. They were on the vinyl. There was
on the
like
vinyl.
a sheet
Insert.
inside of it, an
Yeah, and
insert, but you needed to turn on the light like super bright and take a look at it in the mirror because it was like
Backwards slit.
reverse.
backwards. So that was my way of like hiding my lyrics. But now I'm there's no insert in that one, but I think I'm gonna put them on Bandcamp.
Yeah. But like I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna order a record and I need lyrics to come with it.
Yeah,
Uh
I'm gonna put them on
yeah.
online.
Like because I want to know.
Yeah,
Don't be shy, especially as an artist, when you're creating in my mind, and what the fuck do I know? I just talk all day. But in my mind for an artist, one of my favorite things is like reading the lyrics and
hmm,
whether they say, this is what it meant to me or anything like that. Like reading what's written or what was written, it allows me to like connect to what
yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah, at a deeper level. That's what I think too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I understand. I just didn't think that what I had to say was better than anybody else. Um so that's
It's your band.
I know. I fucking know.
Yeah, and I said like, oh, let me read that. At some point, I said, won't you let me read the lyrics? And
Yeah.
then I wrote back to him, and I said, I didn't expect that. It's like it's so fucking good. He was like, well, do you just say that because like you're in my band? Or no, I don't
Yeah.
know. But no, they're actually great, and I'm gonna keep telling you and keep telling you.
Yeah, that's a fucking friend,
Good
dude.
surprise. That's no, it's not just because I'm his friend. It's truly good.
No, what I'm saying is like because I don't know what the lyrics are, but I really, really enjoy the music, so I'm really curious what the lyrics are, and I'm sure they're great. But I'm saying a friend is that person who's gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
If
Mhm.
it's fucking good, it's good. If it's shit, they might say
They
it
need
nice, but it's shit,
they
right?
need to
Like,
tell it. They need to tell you because sometimes like you need a wake up call at some point.
yeah, we
So
don't,
just
there's
like
enough yes men in the world. Like,
absolutely, absolutely.
you
That's
know,
why I send it often. I send song often to people that I know that will be honest with me. Like, yeah, that one I didn't really like the other one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna make it better.
hell yeah. I mean, that's a good way to look at it.
You know.
So, Gabrielle, I'm going to ask you, obviously, we have Phil's songs. What about you?
You mean what's my role in the band? Like
No,
what?
no. What songs on the album
Oh,
stick
one of
out
my
to you?
favorite songs. I
Yeah.
we drifted away from the subject, and I was totally yeah. I think my favorite ones would be PMA.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got some like really weird mood changes in there, and that's
Hmm.
what I like. And it's super catchy too. As weird as it may sound to say catchy of like this kind of music, but I'm this kind of person who sees the catchiness in things, you know?
It's well, it's different for everyone though, right? Because those mood changes, I think, to certain people it really fucking grabs them, and there are other people who just want like straightforward punch in the face, like let's do this all the
Yeah.
time, you
And they
know?
want
Yeah.
like the same drum pattern over and
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
That's
and
it.
it.
then the breakdown is coming. I know it's coming. I know what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
Yeah,
that's
we'll
cool.
and this
yeah.
song, like at first, when I first like brought my riff to the band, the I had only one part, the mid-tempo part with the guitar melody, but the band added like a whole bunch of like different things in there. That's the beauty of it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
That's
one of
great.
the reasons I like it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's a,
Like,
Yeah.
it's a song. It's a song also. No, the song start with the sentence another boring song about a man who stopped drinking his life away, which is basically my sober attempt, sober anthem. Because I've been sober for almost 5 years now.
congratulations.
Um, thanks. And I wanted to write a song about it, but while I was writing the song about that, I was like, another one? Like, do I really need to put another fucking sober song in this universe for some reason? Like everyone's doing it. But I said, yeah, I need to take that out of me. Just like because I've been struggling with like addiction and like my family is a bunch of alcoholic or drug addicts, so I try to stay far away from that as much as possible. So when our guitar player at that time like needed to stop drinking because he had like pretty bad stomach issue, I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna stop with you. Gonna like help you with that, and we gotta stop together." And never start drinking again since 5 years.
Hey, I
That's
didn't remember that it was at the same time as Tija. I
Yeah,
totally
it
forgot about
was
that
during
part.
a fucking jam. It was like scare. Tijan said, "I need to stop drinking." I said, "I'm gonna stop with you, man."
I think that to this day he doesn't drink.
Doesn't drink at all. We're both like
Wow.
sober since the same day.
that's fucking cool. Man,
Yeah,
what that's really cool how that came about. I,
yeah.
on the other hand, was just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna drink for a couple of weeks, and then a couple of
It's
weeks came
weeks
and
become
went, and I
months, and
just
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
I had one shot um over the holidays, like at Christmas. I think I did a shot of Malort just to remind myself, like that shit's fucking terrible. Like, cause
If
it.
that's
Have you guys ever had Malort?
no,
What is
Oh,
it?
uh, it's they call it. I think they call it a liqueur.
okay.
Uh, but the best way I know to describe it is like hot dog water mixed with grapefruit rind, and maybe a little dog shit thrown in there. Like it is
It's
absolutely terrible.
some marvelous.
Dude, it's so terrible. Like it's so bad. I did one shot of it, and I that was a month ago or whatever, and I'm
Yeah.
still tasting it. Like,
It's the worst.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, no, no. And an artist or like a guy who play in a band and who always play in a fucking bar and stuff like that, like I wanted to put something out like 'cause it's hard. It's hard to scream your heart out in a bar with everyone drinking, everyone having like mental issue and stuff like that, and have like having nothing to numb all of that. Because when I stopped drinking, it was like my anxiety, my social anxiety went like above the roof and was like, oh, I used to have something to numb all of this, but now I got nothing. Like
yeah.
liquid that helped with the taste, but not with the not with the social anxiety and stuff. So yeah, at first it was really hard. So now it's getting way better, way easier
Yeah.
after 5 years, but
So
there's still some struggling.
when you're like when you're there in that setting, what do you what do you do to like calm yourself?
I put the overall. It's stupid like that. I think it's like I came from like I studied in cinema and like art, so like I in like theater and stuff like that. So putting the overall is like
A different
putting
character?
like different character, putting the switch on. So just putting the overall on and like becoming that feel no fun guy, that person helped me a lot. Just like making a clear cut between me and him. And yeah, I think that's my way of like being able to jump the fence.
That's that's cool. So Gabrielle, let me ask you, like, do you notice when he puts the overalls on, do you notice a switch in his personality?
Yes, of course. When he puts the overalls on, he starts climbing on things.
I climb everywhere. I'm a
He
little
turns
bit
the
like,
monkey switch on.
yeah, monkey switch. I'm more how do you say that? I'm more like no not meaner, but like I tease more the people around,
Okay.
like live on stage. Like I'm gonna be a jerk, but not like Gigi Allen jerk. Like I I
You gotta you
I
gotta
sweet.
poke and have some
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It helps. I think that helps the crowd like get
Oh
involved
yeah.
too, right?
Way more. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I like to have like the crowd being a part of it because we're not an hardcore band. We're like mosh part and stuff like that. So people don't like mosh, but they're gonna have like slam mosh pit, but not like ninja ninja
Yeah.
move character kit in the pit. But to bring them with us, I really love that. I need
Hell
that.
yeah. That's fucking cool. I like that you have that where you like throw the overalls on and you know,
There's a switch. Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
yeah, it just totally switches and that it's noticeable from people in the
Oh,
band, you know?
people tell me all the time like, "Oh, I didn't like when they never saw me live and they didn't just know like me, which I'm way calmer in life in general. And when they come see me in the show in the overall and stuff, they say, "Oh, I didn't know you were able to do that. Like you're crazy." I
No,
was like, "Yeah,
even us, like the first time we decided to climb that
lamppost."
yeah, that lamppost, we were like, what the heck? I didn't know.
We're
I didn't even know like he was able to climb stuff, but like he climbed a two-story high and
yeah.
he just got into this window that was open. We were like, what the fuck is happening here? Like
Yeah,
that
that
was
was that was a weird one because I didn't know I was able to do that either. It's really like I said, it's really a switch that I turn on. I know like it's gonna sound like cliche or stuff like that, but it's like it's not even me anymore. It's that guy,
Yeah.
and that guy is able to do it. The
So
shy social anxious field is not able to do that.
it's so funny like that you say that like that. I'm a firm believer that you can literally do anything you want.
Mhm.
Our
Yeah,
our ceiling is what we give to ourselves,
yeah.
so and that I think is it just shows like, oh, I flipped a switch and I can just fucking, I didn't know I
Yeah.
could climb before, and I'm fucking climbing and jumping and,
Yeah.
shitting on the crowd over whatever.
Mhm.
But that, that you really took away that limiting, I call it a limiting belief, right? So you
Yeah,
took it
yeah.
away and there you off you went.
Yeah, because I don't want to be that guy in like in everyday life. Like I need that guy at that moment, those moments,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be that guy every day. I'm gonna be exhausted.
Or you're gonna like get used to it after a while and you're gonna have more energy than everyone else in the
Yeah,
world.
or it's gonna get boring because
Yeah,
if it's always me, where's the fun in that?
that's true. That is absolutely true. So, does everyone else in the band drink? Are you the only sober one in the band?
Yeah, I think
I'm the
so.
only
Don't,
sober one, yeah.
yeah, we don't drink like crazy. I mean, the drummer as kids, we're pretty like buzzy people. We can't like go on a benders for super long. It wouldn't work with our like
Yeah.
lifestyles.
Yeah,
Mm.
and like like the lifestyle of like drinking, like getting shit drunk and doing show. We had that like in the past. We had that
Yeah, that
in other project like when we were younger and stuff like that.
or
Well,
even
we
at the beginning of the project, we didn't get drunk, but people threw beer at us.
oh yeah,
That was
a
the
lot of
thing.
beer, a lot
Yeah,
of beer.
that was
It was
like it's like
so
a
quick.
tradition at a bar where we used to play. Not just us, but like a bunch of other bands too. And that really that kind of drove the show, but it had some like really bad consequences. I remember I brought my guitar to the luthier and he said it's gonna cost you $200 because I had to
No.
clean all the inside of your guitar. I was like, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore. It kind of sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I
I can't
remember
afford
I,
it.
I remember the show when a girl spat some Jameson in my eyes because everyone were spitting beer, so beer was getting everywhere, and she wanted to be a part of the show, so she spat on me, but that was Jameson, Jameson in the eyes. It's
That
pretty
burns.
painful. It
Yeah.
burned like fuck. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, we did that in the past. Like we did, like work drunk and stuff like that, doing show drunk and stuff like that. But
I'm glad we all grew
no,
that phase. Like, I'm
all
not,
grew, yeah,
yeah, I don't miss
absolutely,
it that much, like, to be honest.
Probably
yeah.
feel better the next morning waking up too. Like,
Oh,
oh,
oh
like
yeah,
I'm not hungover. This is fucking great.
this is
My
awesome.
hair doesn't smell like old beer on the
Yeah.
floor.
Old stale beer. Yeah. Like, oh
Yeah,
fuck.
no, it's
That's
great. It's great.
it's it's such a different world like going to a show and being sober at it. And
Hmm.
and of course when I was younger, I would have all same thing, right? I'd go to shows and have those times where I'd wake up the next day and go, I don't even know what the fuck happened last night.
Yeah.
Then I started taking the kids to shows and but my kids are old now. My kids are 18 and 20.
Wow.
So like, when they hit they were probably eight, 8 or 9. It was like, okay, we're going to shows. So I start taking them to shows and I would
Yeah.
ask them, hey, can I drink? And they'd say, yeah, 1 or 2 beers. And I'm like, okay, cool. Right? Like I'll have a beer or I'll have two
Hmm.
beers. Like we're
That's
good.
cool.
And I tried to never get drunk with them so they wouldn't,
Yeah,
That's
of
cool.
course.
see, but also like I could be cognizant. Like they were fucking
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. You need to be able to take care of them if something happened or
yeah.
anything like so, and you want like you want I'm doing the same with my daughter. Like I want her to experience what I experienced when I went to see show when I was younger,
Yeah.
but I don't want her to have like bad memories of me being drunk at that show. Like, oh yeah, I remember that show. My dad was super fucking drunk and it was not a good show because he was drunk. No, I want her to
Because
remember.
he was getting on my nerves.
Yeah, exactly. I want her to remember the band. I want her to remember the music and the feeling that we both have at that moment.
Yeah, have a good experience. That way
Yeah, absolutely.
it draws them more into it. That was, we like I said, we've taken our kids to shows for lots of years now. And
That is cool.
year before last, maybe last year. So like 22 or 23, we all went to Louder Than Life. Do you guys know Louder Than Life?
Yeah,
I
It's
don't.
it's a huge festival.
yeah.
Um, I think that year there was 170,000 people, something
It's
like
Holy
big.
that.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people. So my daughter and her boyfriend went, and it was like the first year that she had gone to something like that and actually went and ran off. And I wasn't like,
Like
where's she
without the
at?
dad. Yeah.
Yeah, where's she at? What's going on? Like, she's with her boyfriend. She knows this universe.
Yeah.
Like, she knows if there's trouble, where she needs to go. Like, there's plenty of security, medics. Like,
Mhm.
she's covered.
But
My wife's like, "How do you feel?" I'm like, "I feel fucking great." Like, she can go and run in in a world that she's grown up in. Like,
mhm.
I'm happy as
Yeah,
shit.
but
Oh, your kids like metal and punk?
Oh yeah.
and
Wow.
that's also a little bit because you brought her to see some show to see that there's nothing dangerous in those that kind of show. Yeah, the music's maybe it's gonna be violent, but people's gonna be there for you.
Yeah.
Like people are
It's a
super
community.
friendly, they're gonna help each other and stuff like that. So don't be scared of them. Like they're gonna help each other up as much as possible.
Well, that,
Everyone,
and the other side of it is like it's super accepting.
yeah,
Like we all go there for the music. No one gives a fuck what color you are, what religion, what sexual preference. No one cares.
yeah.
We're there to enjoy fucking music and, like everything outside, nothing outside matters.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, are people going to get mad at each other and get into a fight? Yeah, sometimes, but it happens everywhere. But
Yeah,
at the end of
absolutely.
the day,
As
we're all there as as a family to
yeah,
fucking enjoy the show.
absolutely. Absolutely. It's really awesome to bring kids into that world. My daughter is now in musical school because like I I bought her a drum when she was younger and she wanted to play music and stuff like that and follow a little bit of my step. And now she's playing in high school in their musical like orchestra. So it's great. It's fun to see them grow with that love of music.
It's weird having a high schooler, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Starting to get weirder and weirder.
Yeah, wait till she's an adult. You're like,
Yeah,
oh fuck. That was
yeah.
I my daughter turned 18 in November and I called my mom and I was like, she's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just weird." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Both my kids are fucking adults now. Like,
Yeah.
this is weird." She goes, "Yeah, tell me about it." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. So over the next 12 months, what do you guys like hope for the band or like have planned?
I think that we really want to play the album as much as possible everywhere we can. We want to make it like make it. We want to scream it anywhere, everywhere. We want to play it as much as possible. I
Yeah.
don't have like any uh objective. Like I would love to play in the US. I would love to go play in Mexico. Uh,
Mexico, yeah, right.
Mexico. It's
Mexico.
supposed Mexico. It's supposed to happen at some. Supposed
That's
to happen
perfect
at some point.
pronunciation. That's cool.
But yeah, I would love to play that album and live those feeling with as much as possible people as possible.
Hell yeah.
I want to share that like that heart and that feeling with much people as
That's fucking
possible.
cool. Wow, we got to
Yeah,
make that happen.
absolutely. We need.
We're down. We're down. Whatever comes
Yeah,
across, like we're
yeah,
super
yeah. And maybe at some point
down.
there's gonna be a label that's gonna say, "Oh, maybe that band's worth it." But as of right now, no fucking label.
I mean, it's been 10 years now.
Yeah,
Listen,
we don't need that.
New
listen,
We
stuff
don't
will
need a label at
you
this point.
don't you
grow.
don't need it. I think that's, so many people are like, "Ah, I'd like to
Oh
get
yeah,
signed and do this." And like, I'm like, "Man, fucking do it yourself."
yeah.
Like you,
That's what we've been doing for the last 10
yeah,
years. All
Yeah.
DIY, all ourself. Like we pay for everything, we do everything. Our friend is doing the artwork of all. everything we do. Kevin Martel is doing the artwork for our t-shirt or album cover and stuff like that. So we do everything ourselves.
Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's pretty efficient. I mean,
Absolutely.
we've reached a point like since a few years we've been like self-sufficient. Like we don't have to take money out of our pockets to do all this stuff. So,
So it's
well, you
funding
you
itself
will,
now.
Yeah.
but it's not a burden. Like it's not like yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I would like a label just for the Alps with like booking festival and stuff like that. Maybe a
Yeah.
Booking agent. Yeah.
booking agent will be more appropriate for that. But other than that, like we can do it.
Yeah, there's so much stuff we can do ourselves. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing it already.
yeah,
Yeah. We're trying. We're trying.
No, you're
we're
not.
trying our
You're not
best.
even trying. You're doing it. Like,
Yeah.
but like that's the reality. You're doing it. You're doing more than what probably 90% of bands want to do.
Hmm.
Like they want to put vinyl out. How fucking many actually do that? Especially on the DIY level,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
That's true.
good on you. Keep
And
fucking
we're
plugging away.
always me and Gab always been like close to DIY scene. Like we had other punk band before, and
Currently too.
we work in festival. Gab did sound for a venue most of her life, and like we work for a festival in Quebec. We work for an event and here and that for sound for like
Actually, that
stage
sometimes it
manager.
makes it hard because we work on the same event, so like we're
Yeah,
unavailable at the same time.
and we always try to help new band and like new artists to like to go where we wanted to go at that age or stuff like that. Like we
Oh
need
yeah.
like to give them the help that we wish we had at
Give
that
them a
time.
leg up so they can get there a little faster. Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Maybe you
yeah.
just start your own label.
Maybe at some point I should.
Do we have time for this is the question.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit, you're already doing it. Like what's you already have everything in place. All you gotta do is find another band. Cool. This is what we're gonna do.
We're
Boop.
gonna help you.
Yeah, all the little bit. Yeah, whatever. Then you're the label. Everyone's happy.
Yeah, but at this point, if I'm becoming the label, will I become the businessman? Which is the
Ooh,
thing that I don't want.
why not?
Because I like I always go back. We have a song about that on the new record. It's in French also, which is called Harakiri ton industrie, which is basically a fuck you to the music industry itself. It's about the businessman, this guy's best friend, the one who smile at you, but in the end they just want to backstab you
They
or
want your money. Yeah.
like yeah, exactly. And always bring me back to the curse song, friend in the music business. Like, are you a friend or a businessman?
Hmm. Well, so there's an in my mind, there's an ethical way to do it. And
Yeah, absolutely,
if
absolutely.
if anyone's going to be ethical, do it ethically, it's going to
Yeah,
be another artist, right?
there's yeah.
So the label,
Yeah.
I think an artist-owned label is going to
There's good
sh
example of that, like Jacob Bannon with Death Witch, there Justin Person with the 31G. Like, there's a lot of good label with like good
Ethics.
Mhm.
ethics and good businessmen at the top of them, but they're basically artists first.
Yeah.
So
So that's not
it's
a
possible. It's
it's
possible.
it sounds
I
to me
just,
like you're going to start a label.
I
Yay.
No, it's just
probably
like,
maybe.
especially here in Quebec or here in Canada, I don't know if it's like we have a smaller population, like things are hard. Like
There's not a lot of label in Quebec for heavy music. There's like two, I think, two, three. With like if you go to Ottawa and Toronto, like New Damage, maybe D7I, L for breakfast. There's
Mission and I is more of a distro than an actual
yeah,
like.
you're right. It's
Oh,
more
Where's
of a big.
Transcendental out of?
oh, do you know that, Phil?
I
Uh,
think it's what are they? Transcendental Obscurity or something?
no, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know that.
I feel like they're out of Quebec, and I could be wrong. They could be somewhere else
Probably.
also.
I probably
Um,
are they more into black metal? You don't.
I don't like. I don't think necessarily like black metal, but they put out heavier stuff.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna look
look
it
it
up.
up.
So,
Yeah.
do. Here we go.
Well, yeah, for sure. Here, there are way like less bands per square kilometer
Oh
than
yeah.
the
Yeah.
States, like obviously.
Well, I think it depends on where in the States, right? Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
because if we look at like if we look at a place like North Dakota, right? North Dakota doesn't have a very large population, but there are a few bands there,
Hmm.
right? And it or if we take that and go against like Nashville,
Yeah.
Well,
right? Nashville is
Yeah.
when I was when
Blooming with bands.
yeah, when I was there 30 years ago, it was 37,000 bands or something
Hmm.
ridiculous like
oh,
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like holy shit. Um yeah, so they they're definitely got some heavier stuff.
Where are they based? Where are they from? Where are they
Shit, I
based?
don't even know. That's why I actually started looking it up.
Transcending record
Uh
Transcend
Transcending Obscurity.
obscurity. Okay.
Records.
Oh, it's in
Pretty
India.
metal.
It says it's in India. I'm totally
Oh,
It's not the same
oh
part of the
well,
globe.
you
But
no.
hey,
had you
it's
had the
okay.
Christopher Columbus bias there.
Yeah, something like
But I think the thing is, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's some Canadian then in there.
There are some Canadian bands, that's why maybe.
that is
Oh,
exactly it.
in yeah, in that Transcendent, yeah, Serpent Corpse is on that, which
Oh,
is a friend from Montreal.
yeah.
Serpent Corpse is on that.
See, I'm only a lot crazy, but yeah, so that's why I thought they were Canadian because
Mm,
I talked to a couple of Canadian bands and they were like
Yeah, yeah.
they're on that label. So I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe it's a Canadian-based label." And I'm sure I read something somewhere that was like confused me in my lame brain. Like, "Oh, yeah." Like, yeah, they're Canadian. But
India.
hold on. There's another one. Now I'm now I'm looking for like labels.
You're doing my job.
Uh I was looking at Profound Lore and they're out of
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Ontario.
yeah. All right. The
well known.
Sedimentum on Profane Lord. Is that?
On Profound Lore. A bunch of bands are on
Yeah.
Profound Lore.
Yeah.
Even like they don't was like it's not Godspeed, but like the
No.
Big Brave,
Big Brave.
a band like that was on Profound Lore. Like
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Maybe he
So
has a distro. Maybe.
well, like Profound Lore has had a lot of like very notable bands like Yob,
Yeah.
Paul Bearer. One of my favorites that they put out is the Atlas Moth. I love those dudes.
Yeah.
Um,
Spectral Wound. Spectral Wounds on that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they've got a pretty big roster, which is super cool
yeah.
because there
Absolutely.
are a lot of good fucking bands out there, you know. But we started down that rabbit hole because you're like, there's not a lot of labels, and I'm like, no,
Yeah, okay, yeah,
there's
you might
got to
be
be more. So
There's
I think there are
there's
more
done.
labels
Yeah.
than than we think. But
Yeah,
and right, you guys are also the point is fewer bands, fewer labels in Canada, which I think are just because there are fewer people,
yeah, absolutely. Probably.
you know.
And there's like in Quebec, like there's not that many heavy band also. Like people start band. Oh, cat, that's awesome.
Say hello. She's like, no, let me go.
There's not a lot of like people that start band. It's not always heavy. It's gonna be like shoegaze. It's gonna be like popish, punk at least. But yeah, there's not much of new heavy band. After the pandemic, there were more in Montreal, a lot more. Like
Montreal is kind of thriving as a scene.
yeah, death metal revival in Montreal, like old school death metal. But yeah,
Everywhere.
everywhere. But there were a big scene in Montreal from death metal. Like
Oh yeah.
shout out to like Serpent Corpse, Scorching Tomb, Sedimentum, and then like
Apes.
that. Apes. No,
Yeah.
no shout out to apes.
Those darn apes, guys. Um, this will be my last question. What are you guys listening to that you think other people should listen to?
Ooh, it's gonna be very different between Phil and me, I think.
It's gotta be fucking different because right now I'm like in a Western country folk phase. So, um, I, and I really I think Amigo the Devil is great. Everyone should
Yeah,
listen.
of course.
Everyone should listen to Amigo the Devil.
I think everyone
Um,
already listens to Amigo the Devil.
Everybody's already listening to it.
Shit, here, literally, I go to a show and I see so many Amigo the Devil shirts and patches.
Okay, that's perfect. People should continue to do that. Uh, but other than that, I'm pretty big for a local band. So I would say go to a local show. Go to your local record store, ask for the local section, circle into the local section. You don't need to find a band that's living two country away from you. You have that in your town and you don't even know about it. So go to a local record shop, ask for the local section, and listen to those. I'm pretty sure the black metal band that you love from Norway, you got the same band in your town or even better.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, listen to local music as much as possible.
Look at you being
Or
ethical.
yeah, absolutely. And when you run out of local band, then explore local band from all over the world. But yeah, we need to support the local scene as much as possible. And sometimes there's some jam around you that you don't even know about it.
Yep. Lot of locals that you don't necessarily know about. Like, God,
Yeah,
so many. It's
absolutely.
it's ridiculous. So good. Go to a local show
But other than
tonight.
that, absolutely, you should
Other
every
than
day.
that, what were you gonna say?
I really uh love different kind of music, so I don't like the people that gatekeep people, especially in metal. It's less that it's less like that nowadays. But when I started listening to metal, it's like, no, you listen to metal, it's only metal. You don't listen to any
Right.
other genre of music, or else you're not a metalhead. It's like, no,
Don't
man,
you dare
there's
mixing genres, like.
yeah, don't you dare.
And we got at the beginning, I wouldn't say like as much as we got like some people not understanding what we were doing, like mixing metal with punk and a bit of
Oh yeah.
hardcore in there, as much as like I think that now we can consider it as a strength.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. At the beginning, I was scared it was hard because like we were too heavy for punk show and not heavy enough for metal show. so we were like in
I
between.
was caught in
But
between.
yeah, but now people understand more, and I think that's the beauty of it. Like I I want to put some like soft stuff inside of our song, and I also want to put some heavy, but I also want to put some hip hop stuff. Like in the new record,
You got a
there's
Snoop Dogg cover.
there's a Nas sample. There's a Nas a sample from
Illmatic.
Illmatic. It's Life is a Bitch and Then You Die. There's a sample of that.
That's awesome.
So I wanna mix everything. So people should listen to everything and don't be discouraged because it's too pop or too hip hop or too this or too that. Listen to what you love
Like
and
what you
mix
like.
like what you like and mix with everything. Like your playlist can be like arbitrary and then switch to Snoop Dogg if you want and go back to Willie Nelson after that. You have 100% the right of doing
I
that.
love Willie Nelson.
I love it too. It's always my first song when I hop in the van. It's it's country road.
But
That's
that's actually a thing that people are less like all caught in one genre. I think
It's less and less, yeah.
yeah.
yeah, just like last week I was listening to one of my friend's album. He lives in Vermont. What's the actual name of it? He's in a power violence band, and there is an intro to a song which is a hip hop song, just
Yeah.
like yeah, yeah,
We
No,
and
used to
a little bit
we
with the what's the name of the what's the fucking name of this band?
we used to start show with apes with a Notorious B.I.G. song.
mm.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
we need
used to
to have a
start it.
show intro. We never
We should
talked about that.
Now you're gonna have a show intro.
we had one at some point. We had like Nosferatu one and the Frankenstein one, like pretty horror team band.
Hell yeah.
So we
So
used to have.
there's a band out of Michigan, Battlecross, and for their Christmas shows, they always started with Mariah Carey, All I Want
Oh,
for
nice.
Christmas.
Oh, that's sweet.
So it was like anytime I hear that song, I'm like, fucking let's get in the pit. Let's do this shit. Like, hold on, you're in the middle of Walmart. Oh fuck.
Let's open the spit up.
Wow.
What the fuck is up, Denise?
That
What the
shit
fuck
cracks
is
me
up,
up.
yodeling Walmart kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Gabrielle, what about you? What do you think other
Uh,
people should listen to?
well, recently I've been listening to I just did a little search of what like I don't know there's because I also play in a kind of crusty death metal band.
Hmm.
And amongst my friends, this band has been popping a lot, like Lifeless Dark. I think I don't know where they're from, but it's super good. It's super old school. Uh,
Oh, there's one band that I can stop listening to. It's Catalyst.
I don't know that.
Catalyst, which is like a, uh, yeah, Catalyst. It's it's screamo, crusty screamo. Uh, and from the last year, there's been a bunch of screamo revival,
Oh
and
yeah.
Trams?
I'm I'm stoked about that. Like screaming emotion. Let's go. More of that. We need that.
Yeah, I
Like,
like that too.
let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm gonna give a shout out to my friend Hank who plays in like two excellent bands. He sent me that this week, so I've been listening to that in the car mostly for last week. This power violence band that was talking about it, it's called Voidbringer, and he also has a cross band that's called Black Axe. Not the name is not very original, but the band is like very it's super awesome.
Listen,
The
anymore, most of the band names aren't original, you
oh
know?
Oh,
yeah.
Like
it's the artist part. Artist part of finding a fucking band name that's not already taken.
by
It's hard.
73 other bands.
Yeah,
Like you find the one that only five other bands have, you're like, that's the one.
that's the one.
Like,
Actually sounds badass, Black Axe. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Bloody Axe.
Body Axe.
Oh, does it? It's Bloody Axe is an actual band?
I don't know.
Probably,
Probably.
Listen,
probably.
if Bloody Axe isn't like a country band, I'm gonna be upset. It's gonna be country band, and all the lyrics are gonna be like horror themed about
Oh yeah,
like serial killer in the old
yeah.
west. That would
They
be
they must be. They must be.
yeah, that'd be good shit. Okay, Phil, Gabrielle, thank you both very much for taking time out of your night to come and
Thank you.
chat with me.
Thank you
Uh,
so much for having us.
Yeah, that was super
Thank.
interesting. I loved it.
Yeah,
it was
I
a lot
loved
of
it.
fun.
Absolutely. Keep doing what you do. I saw like a
Important.
lot of interview that you did, and it's great. So keep spreading the word. Keep helping local band, smaller band, even big band. We need to talk about shit we like. So continue to doing that.
Hell yeah.
You help people like us a lot.
Yeah, it's fun. It's getting to know people from,
Yeah.
other parts of the world and what their local scene is like, which is really it's always super interesting to me because I know what it's like here and I know a few other places. So
Mhm.
just to be able to know there's other really good music coming out of other areas is fucking amazing. Fucking
Absolutely.
amazing. Uh,
Absolutely.
cool. So you guys go. Have a great night. I am gonna order the fucking album probably in the morning.
Random caller.
Go, you're on the air, random caller. Yeah, this is John. I'm a longtime listener, first time caller. I shit myself this morning. No, sorry. Uh, so now, thanks. I greatly appreciate it. I really look forward to getting some random color vinyl in the mail, and I wish you guys all the success in the world.
Thank you so much.
Likewise.
Hell yeah. Thanks. Well, you guys have a great night.
You too, man.
Thanks. See
Bye.
ya.